Who created God? In the realm of faith and belief, the question of who created God is thought-provoking. Some might speculate that a higher power created him, just as God created everything else. Let's call this hypothetical being God too. But then we encounter an endless cycle with each created God requiring a creator of their own. This raises a profound dilemma. How could anything ever come into existence if everything always needs a cause? Consider our own existence. If we view it as a chain of events, with each event leading to another, there would be an infinite number of events before us, making it impossible for anything to begin, proving that something or someone must be eternal for the universe to exist. If our universe is expanding and we were to reverse time, our universe would just be smaller than it is today. And if we rewind time over and over again, we would eventually be at a place where the universe started at a single point, a time before time, a realm where nothing existed except for God. God, in his infinite wisdom and power, decided to bring forth creation. He spoke, and the heavens and the earth came into existence. He formed the stars, the galaxies, and all the wonders of the universe. God shaped life itself. Furthermore, the Bible describes God as eternal, existing from everlasting to everlasting. He is not bound by time, but stands outside of it. Psalm chapter 90, verse 2, before the mountains were brought forth, wherever you had formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. We are invited to embrace the promise of everlasting life through Jesus Christ. In the grand tapestry of existence, we find hope in knowing that our God is the uncaused cause, the Alpha and Omega, and the one who created time itself. Crucial tests for God's end-time chosen ones. In these last days, God is raising a special breed of men and women to fulfill his kingdom purpose across all areas of life, not just within ministry. These chosen individuals are called to influence the educational sector, business world, and beyond. However, to be used by God in such a profound way, one must possess certain qualities and pass specific tests to prove their worthiness and readiness. In this video, we will uncover the 4 crucial tests every chosen one must pass before being mightily used by God in these last days. The test of faith. The first test is maintaining unwavering faith even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. During such seasons, God builds rock-solid faith within us, stretching us beyond our comfort zones to rely solely on his word. It's easy to trust God when life is smooth, but true faith is forged in adversity. As James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." The test of time and patience. Why does God allow drawn-out delays to develop patience within us? Like Joseph, who endured years of unjust imprisonment, we must learn that our gifts and destinies come from God alone. Abraham waited 25 years for God's promise to be fulfilled. During these waiting periods, God tests our ability to depend fully on him and his perfect timing. Rejection for righteousness. In a world that often promotes sinful behaviors, upholding God's standards can lead to rejection. This test means choosing righteousness even when it costs you friendships, jobs, or societal acceptance. As Jesus said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." John 15:18. Living for God's approval over the world's acceptance is a sign of true commitment to his kingdom. The wilderness experience. Like Jesus in the wilderness, God leads his chosen ones into metaphorical wildernesses, periods of isolation, hardship, or loss. These times are not punishments, but preparation seasons where God refines our character, strengthens our faith, and teaches us to rely wholly on him. Moses' 40 years in the wilderness prepared him to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. In these barren places, we learn to hear God's voice more clearly and build unshakable trust in his provision. Why? Sometimes God allows your situation to get worse. Your situation may look bleak, and it might seem like things aren't changing. But remember, the more broken your situation appears, the greater the glory God will receive when he restores it. What seems like a setback is often a setup for a greater testimony. The enemy wants you to doubt God's care for your pain and suffering, but that is a lie. Sometimes things must worsen for God to get the most glory when he turns them around. The enemy places doubts in our minds to discourage us when we don't see immediate change. But this is all part of God's plan. The devil wants you to think God has forgotten you and won't fulfill his promises. This is not true. Stand firm in your faith and trust God's timing. Romans 8:18 says, "The sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us." God never promised a life free of suffering, but he does promise to be with us and give us peace in the midst of it. John 16:33 tells us, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." Trust in God's perfect timing. If you're feeling discouraged because your situation isn't improving despite your prayers and faith, remember that God's timing is perfect. He allows things to get worse to maximize his glory when he redeems them. 1 Peter 5:10 assures us that God will restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish us. Overcome doubt and fear. Don't let the enemy plant seeds of doubt. Trust in what God has shown you. He will fulfill his promises. Everything is under God's control, and he works all things together for good for those who love him. Trust in his plans for your life, and do not worry or doubt. Be encouraged. God has not forgotten you. Stand firm in faith, deeply rooted in the Lord. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy, but God needs only a mustard seed of faith to move mountains. Your pain is not in vain. It serves a greater purpose. God allowed me to hit rock bottom so he could receive the maximum glory when he turned my life around. He will do the same for you. Have faith, be patient, and wait expectantly. God is more than capable, and he will do it in his perfect timing. Your suffering is not without reason. May this message bless and encourage you. Trust in the Lord, and may his favor be upon you. This is the end of this episode. Follow for more.